The championships are decided, but that doesn't mean the frantic racing is over. With only one round left, it has been an incredible season for NASA Rallycross contenders. Octavio Rondoletto has been the dominant force throughout the season, but his journey hasn't been without its challenges. Will he secure a 7th win this season, or will we witness another unexpected twist? We go green in hell, live next on ASN. Our track this week is Longbanen Hell Rallycross, first raced by NASA in 2020. It features 7 corners and demands total precision with blind corners, bumpy braking zones, and unforgiving curbs ready to punish any mistake. The reverse entry joker requires full commitment, making restraint the fastest way around. At Hell, slower truly is faster. In NASA Rallycross, after open practice, we head to a single car 3-lap qualifying. The order is then inverted for our 5-lap heat races. If you win a heat, you're straight to the feature with 2 bonus points. The rest are sent to the semifinals, also 5 laps, as the top half of each race advances with the top 3 earning extra points. And that'll set the stage for our 10-lap feature, and unique to NASA Rallycross, drivers must take 2 jokers for all of their races this evening. This is the final round of the 2025B NASA Rallycross Contender season, live on the Automotive Sports Network. With Brian Sawyer in the production truck, my name is Josh Mertz, deputizing for Justin Robichaux, as we welcome you to the Norwegian Grand Prix. NASA Rallycross Contenders on ASN is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. Learn more at OSScenter.com. Thanks to Rob Hartland and Overwatch for their support of NASA sim racing as it draws to a close at the end of this week. Also by Whiplash SimCams, bringing you every angle for every lap. Visit facebook.com/WSimCams. And thank you, Andrew Cardinale IV, for camera support all season. And finally, by Alex Zabetti, producer of the official NASA theme music. Brian, it's been a brawl this season. Despite the record book stating the domination from Octavio, we have seen some crazy stuff as we close the season tonight.
Yeah, we really have, Josh. I think we got a lot of midfield battles in the points. Still able to sort out. I think the last step on the podium, maybe even the second, are still up for grabs this evening. So it's gonna be a great finale.
As we are finishing in practice, and Octavio Rondoletto on top so far by half a tenth over Daryl Young. Do you want to take a look at those points really quick before we head to qualifying? Because it has been, like I said in the opener, like you had just mentioned, it's been wild. The top, let's see, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, maybe 5th. We've got 4 guys under a blanket as we pull these up. I want to take a look at them, Brian.
Yes, we do. We got Octavio Rondoletto. He is locked in this championship with 210 points. I believe he's here tonight. Increase that lead. Potentially Romain Rateau in 2nd place. It's going to be a hard one for Jake Robichaux to take if he wants it. But then that 3rd step, Josh, Jake, Matt, Ivan, all 3 of them could take that 3rd step. Morris in 6th, Daryl Young, Jeff Cartwright, Chris Luden, and Kevin Garcia are the top 10. Go look at the teams battle. I think this is a little more spread out. Byte 500 definitely clinching this with 384 points. Slapex Racing, powered by TWRS, at 318. Control Z 262. Mika Esports, Kieran Lifflander Racing, Control Z. Ford, Mertz Racing Technologies, Control Z again. JC Sim Sport, move over at Speedy Time, and Subaru, Ford, VW.
There's no mystery car in Contenders like there is in the World Championship, so only 3 on the Manufacturers Championship list. As everybody having some fun before we begin qualifying here. We got 2 of the Slapex boys, Jake Robichaux, Matty Grove. We are looking right now at Romain Rateau And that is going to be a point of contention all night. We've talked about it in the past here in Norway. You rip that curb at the bottom of the hill, Brian, ever so incorrectly, and it's not going to be a fun time. It's going to rip you around.
Yes, it is. I mean, those bumps have gotten, in the last few updates, have gotten very grippy. They will definitely pull you around in a circle. Got to be very pinpoint. Can't take them like you used to and just kind of drive over it. You have to be very, very careful.
As we begin the process of heading to qualifying, and like we mentioned, according to the stat book, Octavio Rondeletto has set the world on fire in Contenders this season. Romain Rateau won earlier on in the season. No new records for win amounts, as there's only 8 weeks in the season, but percentage-wise, Octavio looking really good there, potentially, for the win tonight. First car on track, Jake Robichaux, car number 69. And Chris Lunan right behind him. A couple of Ford Fiestas, Matty Grove. Just flicking through the field and seeing all these wonderful cars, wonderful liveries, and such a great season so far for NASA Rallycross Contenders. We head down the hill. Want to rip that curb to get the car to rotate, and as well, don't go too far. That curb is so terrifying depending on what hardware you use. I have a Logitech wheel myself, and when I hit the curb, it chatters so loud. I've never had any other curbs do that like they do here in Norway. Jake Robichaux rounds the final corner to set the benchmark in qualifying. 38.809. Chris Lunan 38.7. Times begin to tumble. Cartwright 37.4. Incredible run so far for the 55. He has shown immense pace that when I've been either on track or watching. And Octavio Rondeletto, champion-elect. Ivan Lenderoso in the 038 goes to 4th quick, the other Byte 500 car. And the laps come thick and fast here in Norway. Kevin Garcia, Futures champion-elect in the 505, clinched that last night. Garth McDade to 10th, Romain Rateau 9th, Justin Ament 11th. Incredible 18 cars this evening, Brian. As Ivan will round the final corner across the line, 37-1.
That's a great number to have at the last race of the season. 18. Good job, Ivan. 7-10.
Normally, as Octavio, let's focus on the champion-elect, Brian, into the first corner. He was very deep, pushing the car on corner entry. Not sure if the Argentine will take the fight to his teammate. Rounding turn 3, down the hill through 4, and into turn number 5. You can make or break, like I mentioned earlier, very deep in the 48. Interesting line for the champion.
That's the line he wanted, Josh.
No. It's so disheartening, Brian, when you miss that. Yeah. Into the final corner. Over the curbs. Eric Dubois to 8th. Across the line goes Rondeletto. Over the jump. 37.085. P1. Surprising us both. As Olivier Rateau begins his qualifying run. We got Kevin Bolland beginning his run as well. Chris Susky. And Brian, if you're getting a phone call, go ahead. It's okay.
I don't. It's a spam call, but it says Jeanette Lopez. I don't know who that is.
Isn't it great? Well, that's definitely probably not Jeanette Lopez. You know, I get these random voicemails that say, hey, it's blah, blah, blah. It's blah, blah, blah from the loan processing unit. Yeah, okay. You are not part of that. I did not request any of that. They call me like 9 times a day on both lines. It's annoying. All right. Chris Susky we're looking at in the 96, newcomer to the championship. Joined us after NASA Rallycross Live at the Sim Gaming Expo. Olivier Rateau to 11th.
His car is making
Chris
some
Susky,
noises.
let's see where he will place. That's bizarre. Across the line, 39-1
Subaru.
in 13th.
Olivier Rateau on his second lap.
Someone on a lap. Eddie Boyles as well.
Everybody's done
Ed's
except
in the final
Kevin
corner
Bolin,
as we look at Olivier
Rateau, and Ed Boyles, yes.
Boyles across the line, 39-2. Rateau across the line, 38-8. And Kevin's got a lap to go here. Over the jump, 40.1. He begins his final lap. Let's ride on board the 49 and enjoy a lap here in Norway. As Ed finishes his run, let's pick up Kevin Boland in the 49 through the sweeper of the penultimate corner. That corner requires so much commitment to believe in yourself and believe in the car that you're not going to hit the wall as you take the corner. Over the jump, 39.0 for the Briton in the 49. He is in 10th at the moment. Two cars that have not set a lap time yet. Clinton Funk in the 122. What a livery! Wow! In the 122, I'm taking a look off monitor. Oh my goodness, that thing's beautiful. I might be a little bit biased on the color decisions there, and the logos may be on the car, but I digress. And we wait for Daryl Young. He has not set a lap time either in the 25.
Needs more kangaroo.
It wasn't a kangaroo, Brian. It was a cat. Brian thinks it was a kangaroo.
I see the cat in there, but I stand by kangaroo.
For everyone who's clueless, when I decided to run the parody Red Bull logo with the cat and the barcode, Brian likes... I can't say what I want to say, but he likes to be mean to me, troll me, and say, oh, it's a kangaroo. No, it's not. As Clinton Funk, his first lap gave him 16th quick out of 18. It was a 39.292. Daryl Young is in the session, I think, but he is not on track. As we've got about 4 minutes left. Once Clinton finishes this lap, we'll take a look at some programming notes for the Automotive Sports Network. Coming up shortly. Such a bumpy circuit, like we mentioned in the opener. You don't want to hit too much curb. It'll slow you down even more than what you want. Easy to overshoot this corner. You really want to make your braking, get your braking done on the asphalt, because otherwise you're going to be like Clinton, way deep in the dirt. Multiple lines up the hill, and this is the corner I was referencing. Driver's left on is the wall. Gotta be brave. And final corner for Funk in qualifying. Will he improve? He ran a 38.3 last time around. Crossed the line this time, 39.3, a second slower in the 122. And that looks as though that's, unless Daryl Young's on track. Never mind. Let's take a look at the 25. Let's give him some TV time. We got 3 minutes left, and he's got 2 laps left. 15th quick off his first lap in the 25. One of the KLR guys, Kieran Lifflander Racing. That stable has grown exponentially this season in 2025B. I've looked across all splits, Futures, Lights World Championship, Contenders, and the World Championship. There's like 6 or 7 of them. So it is immense, the stable that Kieran is building here in NASA Sim Racing. Rounding the final corner on his second lap. Will Daryl improve? Go ahead, Brian.
I think he started with 2. He's up to 7 or 8 now.
P7 for the Canadian. 37.798. For the longest time, it was just him, and then he had Austin Derbyshire, Athena Leclerc. They made a couple of appearances last season, or the season before, I believe. Luck didn't work too well for them, go well for them. They might have gone on to do something else. He was left by himself, and now, scouting all the talent in the lower divisions. It's so easy, Brian, to want to go deep into that corner, but that's not the best way around.
It's so fun to go deep in that corner.
Over the jump. 37.291. P3 behind the team's champions from this season. What a run for the 25.
Yeah, that was very impressive.
It's qualifying. Now done and dusted. Let's take a second look at the results. And then, Brian, if you want to take us through some programming notes. All yours.
Absolutely. Let's look at these results real quick. Octavio Rondoletto, Ivan Lenderoso. I got it.
I'm so proud of you.
It's the last week.
I'm so
but
proud.
I read that wrong. Daryl Young, Jeff Cartwright, Romain Rateau, Kevin Garcia, Jake Robichaux, Matt Grove, Eric Dubois, Justin Ament, Clinton Funk, Kevin Boland, Olivier Rateau, Chris Salunin, Ed Boyles Jr., Chris Susky, Garth McDade, and Joe Pascucci. We'll look at.
That gives
take a look.
Octavio really quick. 7 out of 8 seeding round wins. Sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
Yeehaw. Take a look at what's coming up this week. Finishing off the World Championship of the NASA Rallycross Series on Saturday, myself and Josh Mertz, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Sunday, we're finishing up the Futures and Lights Series. It's going to be 8 and 9 p.m. respectively. SimCar comes back in January. We're going to have a cross kart series in between there somewhere, so stay tuned for information on that. But we're about to go to our first heat here in a minute. And I had a question, Josh. You mentioned it earlier about records and the shortened season. Do you think the Crossgrove record of 7 wins in a season is ever going to be broken now that we're down to 8 races?
I don't have enough time to look through the book. Goddard had 7. Darnell had 7. Lindy had 7. It stands at 7. That's the number. And it seems like every Contenders champion from the last 4 seasons has a 7-win season. And a lot of the guys, I know we're supposed to be racing here in a minute, a lot of the guys say, well, I don't want this breakout season. That's how you find new stars, ladies and gentlemen. Our grid for the first heat race really quick. Chris Susky, Olivier Rateau, Ament Robichaux, Cartwright, and champion-elect Octavio Rondeletto. Don't worry, boys. The Byte 500 guys are going to the World Championship, so it's going to be someone else's turn at the top of the table. We get set for Heat 1 in Norway. Green flag off the line. We're 5 wide with Cartwright in the middle already. As Rondeletto around his Cartwright. Does he save it? No, he does not. Into the wall. One cutting the track. It's Susky. Jokering is Rondeletto. Best move he can make as Ament looks to the inside on Susky. Running wide is the 96. Ament from Arizona takes the second spot. Robichaux from Canada in third. Down the hill into turn 5. Robichaux deep. Ament couldn't get the car to rotate. Rondeletto the inside. Gets the curb. Does not over-rotate like we saw in qualifying. Olivier Rateau loves this with Ament in the way, but Rateau sideways. We got 3 cars under a blanket. Sideways again is Ament. Shoved out of the way. At the end of the first lap, Rateau leads. This is not a feature, but it certainly races like one, and I can tell you from the car, ladies and gentlemen, it was like this as well. Jokering again is Cartwright. Jokering is Rateau. That's an interesting line going into the Joker, boys. I never expected that to be a thing, as Rondeletto comes out battling Susky, Brian.
Yeah, I kind of want to take a look. I don't have Ament's incident. I wanted to see when he got turned around if that was Jake Robichaux putting the nose in the rear end again. He did that a few times in lights yesterday, and I was wondering if he was continuing that of trying to just push the car a little wide and make the move on the inside, seeing if he was trying to make that move over in Contenders now. It was a good move in lights, just enough, but it's very different to do it in these cars.
It's such an interesting line that these guys are running. They're running the berm to get the car to rotate. Cartwright and Ament, they touch! Exiting the Joker in turn 3. They touch again! It's Justin Ament making his return. Jeff Cartwright again. Jim Kana drifting through the track. He's going to get a massive slowdown there. And remember, only the winner transfers out of this heat race. Jake Robichaux, Octavio Rondeletto at the top of the table at the front of the field with 2 laps to go.
Look at the pace of Rondeletto. He's taken both of his Jokers. He's already on the rear end of Robichaux. He took one. Robichaux dives off to his second, pulls 3 seconds, and he was up front to begin with.
As Rondeletto leads, Robichaux leads, Cartwright leads, Rateau, Ament, Susky. I mean, this was the race last season where we saw Thomas Pinero make his debut for Byte 500. He pulled his teammates in this season. Those two have been a show all on their own. And drifting through the final corners, Rondeletto as we take the white flag. Cartwright battling Robichaux as Robichaux holds second. Rateau, Ament, Susky.
Cartwright unfortunately has a track cut penalty for falling that deep inside the track. Rejoined incorrectly. It's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. If you drive back out to where you should rejoin, it takes like 40 seconds. If you just drive back onto the track, it penalizes you for 40 seconds.
Rounding the final couple of corners, trying to tie the 7-win record, Octavio Rondeletto off to a good start. Pole position in Norway to the semifinal, but best grid spot is the 69 of Jake Robichaux. Cartwright, Olivier Rateau, Justin Ament, and Chris Susky as well, all to the semifinal.
You see if Jeff Cartwright falls down when Susky crosses the line. He does. Cartwright to last.
You guys have me yelling, and it's only 1 heat in. Okay, I already had to take a sip of water. Grid for Heat 2. Garth McDade, Chris Lunan, Clinton Funk, Matty Grove, Romain Rateau, and Ivan Lenderoso. Another 6 cars here in Norway. Different manufacturers, different colored cars, different teams. So excited to see the World Championship move back to Mondays to join us with Contenders. Heat 2 in Norway. Green flag off the line. We're not 5 wide. We're only, let's call it 3.5. Down to the first corner. Funk leads. McDade to the regular course. Lenderoso and Rateau way wide as Lenderoso. He loops it. Rateau bowls his way through on Funk. And the 23 goes from basically last to first with McDade wide in the third corner. Lunan to the lead. Into turn 5. Lunan wide. Sorry, Brian, go ahead.
We can take a look back at that really quick before we get a little too mixed up. Looking at Lenderoso. Yeah, just too much berm. Too much berm, and then Funk left the hole. Rateau took the opportunity.
Lunan leads at the end of the first lap. McDade to his first. No, he changes his mind, but that might count as a joker. That might be a penalty for the 111. We'll have to take a look later on. Rateau's strategy's done. Funk stays out. Lenderoso rather follows Rateau. It won't count, Brian, you say?
Yeah, that won't count. That's a weird call, though.
Around is Lunan from the lead.
That's a weird call
back
for McDade.
On the track.
He just, you look like you've committed, and then you go, no, I'm not going to. But you've just bled so much speed, and it took 4 or 5 turns to get your car back under control. Bled 2 seconds to Matt Grove, where he was right behind him.
As I took a look
and now he goes
off monitor at Romain Rateau, nearly lost it up the hill. McDade exits the joker. We've got Lunan and Lenderoso battling. So now it's the newcomer Clinton Funk ahead of Romain Rateau, nearly winner of the World Championship in 2023A. Winner earlier this season at Iowa to the inside. Good block pass by the 23, and to the race lead goes the 23. Funk fights back. They're both off the road. Funk worse than Rateau. Here comes McDade in the 111. Side by side to the second spot goes the 111. 2 to go. Matty Grove resets fastest lap from the race lead. As I missed that. Grove's out and away from the rest of the field. I thought Rateau's leading the race. Apologies there.
Well, I thought you just meant he's taken both his jokers. Grove has not taken either. It's going to be a tall ask for Grove to maintain this 1 point. It's growing now. 2-second lead on Rateau. It's still a tall ask. It's about a 3.5-second delta.
As white flag for Grove. He took his first joker that last time around. The 472, former series champion of Contenders. He will get passed by Rateau. So Grove, the champion from 2023B, in second at the moment. As Rateau leads. Matty Grove looking good for a good grid spot in the semifinal. Riley Lane, Shelby, cheering dad/hubby on. Grove sitting in second. But Romain Rateau, rounding the final corner, will win the second heat race in Norway. Matty second. Lenderoso in third, followed by Garth McDade, mowing the lawn in the 111. Clinton Funk and Chris Lunan rounding out the field. There's so much going on in these races, Brian. This is crazy. Let's get this chaos for the World Championship. That would be perfect. Heat 3. Vescucci, Boyles, Boland, Dubois, Garcia, and Daryl Young. It seems like the outside, so where Daryl Young is, the last grid spot is the grid spot to be in. Are we going to have 3 for 3 down to the first corner? As we wait for Garcia to grid, Futures champion-elect after last night's, Mark Martin impersonation. He thought the race was over on lap 9, pulled off the road, gave up the win. Heat 3 in Norway. Green flag Still same song, third verse, with Daryl Young having a great start. Bolland in the middle, then it's Eddie Boyles on the inside. Bolland leads Young, Garcia, and Dubois to the Joker. 2 cars that stay out. It was Pascucci and Boyles, the 2 teammates, the 49 and the 25. No contact between them. Is Pascucci running the sand in turn 3? These guys are finding so many different driving lines. It's so fascinating, Brian. Teammates touch in turn 5. Here comes Garcia as well in the 505. Does not loop it. Maintains the 5th spot.
They're definitely finding lines, Josh. I don't know if they're working.
Two completely different things as Eddie Boyles leads. Move over at Speedy Time, represented in the Contenders Championship with Eddie Boyles in the Volkswagen.
Our sole Volkswagen.
In the tops or the supercars at all, whether it's the World Championship or Contenders. And Eddie holds the lead at the moment. KLR teammates as Young to the inside. Let's take a look. Kevin Garcia joining this party as well. And these 2 teammates are battling for the outside pole. They will transfer to the feature if they win. On the outside goes Daryl. Can he stay on the track? No. But he still takes the spot from Kevin. Had that spot pretty much taken before he drove off the road. Garcia all over the rear wing in the 49, Brian. Fastest lap reset by Daryl. Contact! Garcia nearly flips in the 505. Off the road he goes. Does the man from New Mexico. That is really the biggest fear here in Norway, Brian, is you have to send it to the Joker. It's a lot like last week in Knockhill, but tricky stuff. Let's take a second look. Might have to roll it back.
Well.
Oh, you broke it.
Yeah, I broke it. It's okay. Joe Pascucci just had an incident, too. I'm not sure what happened to him. We're going to take a look at that. I think he looped it. No. He just took a Joker lap.
Sim just said, hey, he's
iRacing.
jokering, and thought, yeah.
Thanks, iRacing. No, Ed Boyle still has the lead.
Terrific stuff.
I don't know if he's taken a Joker yet or not. He definitely has had to have taken one this lap.
I think he took one this time around. Yeah. So Bolland's all over the rear wing now.
So this is for actual first place. So it's not on Joker rotation. They've both taken the same amount of Jokers. Unless Bolland took one this lap as well. Not sure.
White flag. Eddie took his first Joker lap 4. Kevin's got one left. Daryl's done. So let's see the rotation. In heat number 3, Daryl rounds the first corner, takes the spot into turn number 3. Car length between them. Battling for the heat 3 victory this evening in Norway. Eddie sends it. No grip that far wide. Looking good for Daryl.
Yeah, if you miss that grip strip, you're not going to have enough turn or enough power to make a pass in this upcoming section.
Checkered flag. Daryl Young winning heat 3. Eddie Boyles, Kevin Bolland, Eric Dubois. It's Kevin Garcia and Joe Pascucci to the semifinal as well. And these semifinals and Contenders are absolutely bonkers, bananas. You want to say some naughty words, you can. I can't. We don't want to be TVMA. It's not ASN After Dark, but it's been something else.
Pascucci must have had a different incident there because he didn't finish the race.
We have 7 cars in the first semifinal. Jake Robichaux, Eddie Boyles, Ivan Lenderoso, Ament, Dubois, Funk, and Cartwright. And if I'm looking at this correctly, we're going to pull the top 4 from this race. Semifinal A in Norway. Green flag off the line. Robichaux, terrible start, along with Ament, Cartwright, and Funk. Down to the first corner. It's Lenderoso jokering. Boyles, Dubois follows. Funk follows. Rounding the first corner. Dubois cuts the track. Into the 038. No, he does not. Funk as well, trying to get by the 000. We've got pretty much an even split, as even as you can get with 7 cars, as Dubois and Funk touch in turn 3. 3 wide for the lead, with Boyles, Robichaux, and Cartwright. Robichaux to the lead. Top 4 transfer in the semifinals out of each race. Boyles to the inside, ripping the curb as they both run wide. At the end of the first lap, Jake leads. Cartwright Jokers. Ament Jokers in the 6 for JC Simsport. Lenderoso stays out. Dubois Jokers.
Looking in the back, Clinton
Ament
Funk on Justin
Funk.
Ament.
And Funk loops
in the
it
car.
in 122.
And
Comes back out in front of Dubois. Woo! We had the same
coming
reaction.
from a mile away. I said, there's no way he's not going to back out in front of him.
As Robichaux leads at the end of the second lap.
Lenderoso up to third. Yeah, with a Joker.
What? Robichaux Jokers for the first time. He comes out behind Lenderoso in the 038. Boyles in the 38. No Joker yet for him. Cartwright's got one done. Ament has one done. Dubois done with both. But I think Dubois has been floundering around in the back for a little bit too long. Side by side, Lenderoso and Robichaux up the hill. They touch. We got to remember netcode Argentina versus Eastern Canada. We might see some connection issues here as these two battle for the second position. Joker rotations. Eddie Boyles takes his first. Lenderoso Jokers. Robichaux late, misses the apex. And Ament struggling in the 6. He comes out ahead of Cartwright, Brian.
Yeah, the Joker rotation, it's a weird Joker rotation. It's hard to really tell what there's so many different little lines through there. It's hard to really tell what the difference is in lap time. It's anywhere between 2.5 and 4 or 5 seconds.
We'll see probably 2.5 between the two kids on the World Championship race on Saturday.
Yeah.
Nothing between them. That is going to be a spectacle. 2 p.m. Eastern time on ASN on Saturday for the NASA Rallycross World Championship. As Lenderoso to the race lead in semifinal. Hey, Robichaux up the rear wing of the 038. Our transfer spots right now, Lenderoso, Robichaux, Cartwright, and Boyles. Dubois, Ament, and Funk on the outside looking in. But these guys are fighting like it's for the win. Remember, guys, all you need is the top 4. Don't make a mistake in the final corners. Speaking of, no issue. Ivan Lenderoso wins the semifinal. Robichaux, Cartwright, and Boyles will transfer. As best of the rest will be Dubois, Ament, and Clinton Funk. And we have one semifinal left. And we get to take a breather, take a minute, and redo it all again. Grid for the second and final semifinal. Matty Grove, Olivier Rateau, Kevin Bolland, McDade, Susky, Sia, Lunan, and Pascucci. 8 cars. 4 spots. 5 laps, 2 Jokers. Would you say that this is one of the craziest starts in NASA Rallycross, Brian, just because of the unpredictability of the Joker?
No, I think this is a relatively tame start. You got Knockhill, Brands Hatch, anything where you're taking almost an immediate 90-degree turn. I mean, this is bigger than 90 degrees. It's basically doing a 180, which I think leads to drivers being a little safer, and half the drivers can get out of there.
Semifinal B in Norway. Green flag. Off the line, 4 wide. As Grove came across into McDade, trying to take the spot. Jokering is Bolland. Around goes Rateau. Around goes Garcia. Massive spin for the 505 in the Joker as Grove leads. McDade, Rateau, Lunan, Bolland, Susky, Pascucci, and Garcia finds his way out of the sand. Does the Futures champion-elect. Rateau all over the rear wing. I think they bumper hooked as Rateau saves it in the 63. Everybody using the dirt on turn in of turn number 6 and then into turn number 7, but you can't go too wide. You'll hit the bump on the exit. Matty Grove leads at the end of the first lap, Ryan.
Yeah, off the start there, Garth McDade had an excellent jump coming from the second row, making that making the start 4 wide. And that's what led to the little contact between him and Grove. He just had much more speed than everybody else.
Grove, McDade, Lunan, Balland, Rateau, Susky, Pascucci, Garcia right now is our running order. Matty Grove looking good to transfer to the feature. He's battling Jake Robichaux, remember, for 3rd in the championship. As he takes the 3rd lap of the race. McDade in 2nd. Or sorry, in 3rd.
Joe Pascucci out of this race. He's pulling over, getting off the track. Not sure what happened to him there. Chris Linden passes Garth McDade on Joker rotation, and Kevin Bolin also gets by Garth.
Pascucci clunked the wall in the turn 5 hairpin. Probably broke the left sides of that car. Easy to do. You throttle up in the dirt, you've got no grip. Wide, 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 and into the wall. The Armco unforgiving here in Norway. As Matty Grove takes 2 laps to go, we stay focused right now on Garth McDade chasing down his teammate Kevin Bolland in the 49. Matty Grove resets fastest lap.
This car, and he's about to lose it.
Into the fence. That's from a transfer spot in the 111.
That whole lap, Garth was pushing way too hard. He was throwing it deep into every corner. Just harder is not faster. It's he
Contenders
threw it
mistakes.
wide into this. Yeah, he threw it
Inside
wide into this.
Bolland on Lunan. Sorry, Brian. These guys are muscling their way through for spots that you really don't have to do that. As he sent it on the 86 of Lunan. White flag for Grove.
I think a lot of people need to look at their relatives and go, it doesn't only show you the gap, it shows you their Joker strategy. And you can go, oh, he's taken 2, he's taken 1. Oh, he hasn't taken any. I don't need to fight him yet. You don't need to pass a car that hasn't taken a Joker when you've taken both of yours.
So Grove, Balland, Rateau, and Lunan right now in the transfer spots. Chris Susky's the first car on the outside looking in. Trying to make his way around the 86 is the 96 up front. Matty Grove will win the 2nd semifinal ahead of Kevin Balland, Olivier Rateau. No move from Susky as Lunan holds him off for 4th. Best of the rest, Susky, Garcia, McDade, and Pascucci rounding out our order of our 2nd semi-final. The racing has been immensely frantic so far tonight for the final round of NASA Rallycross Contenders. We're going to give these guys a couple minutes to warm up. We're going to step aside. You won't miss a thing. We'll go ASN nonstop from Norway.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous with your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to nordvpn.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead in Hudson.
Side by side between these two and turn one. This is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap. Clog at the inside line. McLaughlin contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. In the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up Benny to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Rally's going to hold his spot. NASA Rallycross Contenders on ASN is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. Learn more at OSScenter.com. Thanks to Rob Hartland and Overwatch for their support of NASA Sim Racing. By Whiplash SimCams, bringing you every angle, every lap. Visit Facebook.com/WSimCams. And thank you to Andrew Cardinale IV for camera support all season. Finally, by Alex Abetti, producer of the official NASA theme music. If you like what you see tonight, be sure to like the stream and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network, no matter the platform, at ASN TV USA. According to Brian, we might even be on the dark web, but we are aiming to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark here on YouTube. We have 991, I think, according to Brian, told me in the break, so super awesome that everyone has been involved. 911, I'm dyslexic, okay? If you'd like to race in NASA, we have something for everyone. All the info is at nasasimracing.com. As we welcome you back to the final round of the 25th season of NASA Rallycross Contenders here in Norway. With Brian Sawyer in the production truck, my name is Josh Mertz, filling in for Justin Robichaux, live on the Automotive Sports Network. I got a question for you, Brian. Same question I ask on the World Championship shows, but we're going to have a different winner. Who's joining Kyle Pellegrini, Cody Crosgrove, Matt Lindy, Zach Goddard as a winner in Norway in Contenders? Who do you think?
It's going to be Octavio. There's no doubt in my mind. He's been so fast all night, all season, really. And him and Ivan are almost 3/10 up on the rest of the field just in this little practice they're running currently. So, going to be one of those two. My money's on Octavio. It's an easy guess, but...
So, I got something sad if you're Kevin Garcia or a Kevin Garcia fan. Out of the top 8 that are awarded points for qualifying, he was the only car that did not make the feature after deciding that iRacing was instead Skate, the new Skate that came out, and performed a pop shove it off the Joker in the semifinal. So he is not in this feature. But we do have 11 other guys that are in this feature for the Norwegian Grand Prix for NASA Rallycross Contenders, and our grid looks like this. Octavio Rondeletto on pole position, champion-elect in the 48. Romain Rateau, Daryl Young, Ivan Lenderoso, Matty Grove, Jake Robichaux, Kevin Bolland, Cartwright, Rateau, Boyles, and Lunan, 11th and last, and he's not featured on the graphic. Thanks so much for everyone for joining us for racing, whether it was one race, whether it was all of them, whether you watched one, whether you watched all of them. It has been awesome this season. We get ready to cap off Contenders in Norway.
I need a higher blimp, Josh.
Green flag, hard hats into turn one. We're 4 wide between the Byte 500 boys. We got one of the Mika cars. It was Romain Rateau to the Joker. What a send from Ivan in the 038. We've got, it looks like, an even split. Cutting the track is Matty Grove. It's a 6-4 split. Sorry, 6-7. I don't know how to do math. Down to turn number 5. I feel like you, Brian. I'm struggling right now with Eddie Boyles making a mistake down the hill. Who is leading? It's Octavio with Kevin, with Cartwright, with Boyles, with Lundaroso, Young Rateau, Robichaux Grove, Lunan Rateau. As at the end of the first lap, we've got 2 cars side by side. It was Boyles and Lundaroso as Ron Deletto leads at the end of the first lap.
All I heard, Josh, is we had a 6-7 split.
Oh, God. That was not intentional. Oh, God. I did that. Dang it. That's not what I meant. Okay. That's I'm not 12. That was disgusting. Anyways, let's take a look. Ron Deletto spins for the lead. The champion-elect. Does he save it? He did, but he gets hit by Cartwright. Your pick, it's over for the champion-elect in the 48. We saw that happen a couple seasons ago to Martel, to Kieran, to Evan, and it bites the champion-elect in the 48. And this puts Kevin Bolland in the lead in the 49. Well, what do we got now? Bolland leads, Cartwright second, Lundaroso going to pick up the pieces, Valtteri Bottas style in the 038. Then it's Daryl Young, Eddie Boyles, Rateau side by side with Robichaux, Grove, Ron Deletto yet again drifting in turn 3, Lunan and Olivier Rateau. 2 cars beating and banging. We're 3 wide. It's Boyles. It's Rateau. It's Robichaux. What a move from Romain, in the mid-pack.
Josh, I don't know.
Sneaking his way through.
Red all over this timing tower.
I am trying so hard to give you a moment.
3/10 of everybody else.
This is fascinating stuff in NASA Rallycross Contenders. As Bolland leads, Lundaroso second, third Young, fourth Cartwright. Groven's moved to 7th. Lunan has moved to 9th. Ron Deletto, I believe, is done with his jokers in the 48. Can you pull a replay? Is that possible? Rip the curb.
Overhit the curb. And yeah, there's that new one in there that will just take the car, spin it in a circle.
Round he went. Spin me right round, baby, right round.
Gonna take a look at what just happened to Jeff Cartwright.
He jokered. Thanks, iRacing.
Anytime he takes the joker. Thank you, iRacing.
All right. Ivan Lundaroso leads. Kevin Bolland in the 49 and second. Now, what this means is this will not be a record-equaling day for Octavio Ron Deletto in the 48. As he is in the back of the field, we're going to take halfway home. Cross flags for Ivan Lundaroso. In the 038, 2 cars beating and banging. Ron Deletto making his way through on Boyles. As Lundaroso resets fastest lap, Ron Deletto is using up the track and then some in the 48. I told everyone in the driver's meeting, I'm the king of track limits. The rule exists because of what I used to do, and that was borderline excessive. You got to do what you got to do, Brian.
Josh, I want to say, keep an eye on Jake Robichaux. He's taken both his jokers. 3 cars in front have only taken 1. He's in a lot of traffic. I'm very curious to see. I think he's at least going to get Cartwright. Maybe he might get Bolland. Jake might be sneaking his way onto the podium here tonight.
4 laps to go for Ivan Lundaroso. Bolland, teammates, Young and Bolland battling for the second spot. Cartwright right behind them. Will we get a joker rotation? Bolland says, see you deep in the 49, using the berm. I kind of enjoy them using the berm, even though I don't think it's faster. Young, Cartwright, Robichaux, Rateau, Grove. These guys cannot get away from each other.
Robichaux just got Bolland. I was wondering if he would get Bolland. He did, and he's definitely getting Cartwright if this holds. So that's going to move Jake to 3rd if he can keep Romain Rateau off his rear end. Romain throwing it out wide like that. It's going to make it easy for Jake, though.
I'll tell you what, though, Brian. A man who has a joker left is Ivan Lendoroso. A man who's done with his
No, he
strategies,
does not.
Daryl Young in the 25. Or no,
Lendoroso
did I
took it
misread?
the
He just
the
did it.
lap prior,
I apologize.
yes.
He just took it. It didn't update in time. I thought for a moment that we might have an upset here. Apologies there, guys.
Unfortunately, you have to wait for the lap to complete for that to show.
So Ivan leads. Young second, third Cartwright. Robichaux looking good. And I didn't catch if Cartwright jokered. We'll see when it refreshes.
Cartwright
The 55.
did not. Cartwright
You're
still
right.
has one to go.
Robichaux looking good for a podium in the 69. Cartwright
There
jokers
goes
now
Cartwright.
in the 55. He will come
Romain
out behind
and
Matty
Grove
Grove.
are going to take him.
Jokers are done for everybody now in the field.
Now the final step
Now
of the
it's-
podium is Romain and Jake.
Both race
Little bump.
winners.
Little bump from
Rateau
Romain.
to the
Romain's gonna
inside.
sneak it.
Driver's left. Can he make it work? He does. He shoves the 69 wide and move the 23 to the podium. White flag for Ivan in the 038.
And if I'm Jake, I don't want to be too concerned about the podium. If you want third overall, you want to be in front of your teammate, Grove. Don't lose the position over Grove fighting for a podium that at the end of the season means nothing.
As Ivan might actually pip them at the line. We'll just have to wait and see with Ivan leading. This is fascinating stuff. As Ivan Lendoroso up the hill, back down the hill, he will round the final corner. It will be a near-perfect season for Byte 500, and Ivan Lendoroso becomes the 49th driver in the history of Contenders to win, ahead of Daryl Young as he wins in Norway. Rateau comes home in third, Robichaux fourth, Grove fifth, Cartwright, Bolland, what could have been for champion-elect Rondeletto, Lunan in ninth, Olivier Rateau in 10th, and Eddie Boyles in 11th. And this is going to be interesting for the points, with Lendoroso winning. That's a decent margin compared to Rateau, Robichaux, and Grove, Brian.
It is. We'll have to see when it comes out. I don't have the numbers off.
Everybody
the top of my
celebrates.
head.
Let's pull this celebration on the front straightaway as NASA tradition. Everybody celebrates. At the end of the season, it has been a fantastic 25th season of NASA Rallycross Contenders. Everybody doing some gymkhana moves around the infield. Everybody having a good time. Rondeletto, even after crashing, is still doing some donuts. He's got to celebrate the championship proper now, as Octavio Rondeletto became the 21st driver in the history of Contenders to win. He joins a long list of drivers to win this championship. And if you want to join in on all this fun, NASASimRacing.com. 4 splits for every skill level. It has been so much fun. And Contenders dates back to the old privateer days of NASCAR 2003. And yes, I see you, Jay Krause, in the chat. We remember those days very fondly back many moons ago. As I am not seeing anyone for interviews just yet, Brian. So we'll just give these guys a little bit more time to celebrate and have some fun. As I think I'm going to go ahead and estimate points. We're going to do this live.
I wanna see
who
myself.
finished where. Did you press the wrong button?
I almost showed everybody myself. That would have been fun. I'm dressed.
well.
It's okay.
At least you're not. At least you'd be pushing the button and you'd be, I guess, expecting it yet not expecting it like you did to me. That was, at least I was wearing my polo that day. All right, I am trying to do this super live and super quickly to see. Oh, I don't know where to go. Is it broken? Brian, you got to fix it. I don't know. What,
It's already
you already
done.
did it. Okay.
Yeah.
Are we taking a look at those while we wait for interviews? Oh, never mind. Everybody's in here already.
No, we'll take a look so we have some context for these guys. So we'll get points exiting this evening. Octavio Rondeletto obviously maintains his lead. I think this was his drop week, so he held at 239 points. Romain Rateau, 180. He holds on to P2. Ivan pops up 2 position, snakes the podium from Jake. 172 to Jake Robichaux's 167. Jake stays over his teammate Matt Grove, who had 163 points. Daryl Young, Matt Morris, Jeff Cartwright, Chris Linnen, Kevin Garcia, and this is the only time I've done this season. Let's read off the rest of the drivers who participated in the order. Eric Dubois, Josh Mertz, Thomas Pinero, Garth McDade, Olivier Rateau, Joe Pascucci, Justin Ament, Ed Boyles Jr., Chris Susky, Jameson Leckenby, Clinton Funk, Arif Aziz, Ken Copeland, and Kevin Boland. There's our full points standings. Go over to the teams. Had a lot of movement here. Bike 500 holds on to that position at the top, followed by Slapex Racing, powered by TWRS. Control Z Racing Subaru up 2 positions to the podium. Meek Esports down 1. Kieran Livlander Racing down 1. Control Z Racing Ford up 1. Mertz Racing Technologies down 1. Control Z Racing TWRS. That one should just be the Beetle team. JC Simsport and Move Over It's Speedy Time are the top 10 there. Subaru holds on to the Manufacturers Championship, followed by Ford and then VW.
Am I still here, Brian? Everything completely broke.
You're still here, Josh. You
oh,
haven't
God.
gone
All
anywhere.
3 monitors completely froze, and I'm trying to save the replay. First world problems. Thanks for handling those. And we have some interviews to handle. Let's see.
We have a third place driver, Romain Rateau.
Romain. And we've got Romain Rateau joining us in the booth. That's the wrong car, Brian. That's definitely not Romain Rateau.
It is the wrong car. I'm trying.
That's the wrong car. Hi, Romain. Give us 2 seconds. Brian knows what he's doing, I promise.
No problem.
All right. So it's been so crazy that I can't remember any specific questions, but I just want to ask about your thoughts about tonight and the season in general, because it's been crazy in Contenders. Floor's yours.
Yeah, it's been a tough season. For this race, it's a very difficult track, especially when you don't train on it before the race. But I promise you to not train for the series because it's only for fun. But I remember some tips for have a correct pace, and after guys are really fast on this track. They made a good strategy for the Joker lap, and it's difficult to catch us after. But in general, that was a good result for us. 2 cars in the final for this weekend. And for the championship, I really like just join and Keith for just for myself. I say something in Discord for the season for improve for next time, so I don't say this on the live. It's just around the league and the competitor. So in general, you are the best league, the best organization I've ever made. It's very crazy to join the driver briefing. You made us a broadcast very incredible. It's very professional, and we are amateur, so it's very cool. And thank you for all the season, and you for the broadcast. Yeah.
Thanks for the words, buddy. I was going to ask you who'd you like to thank, but you kind of just took it all and ran with it. So I know this isn't the World Championship that you almost won a couple years ago, but second place in Contenders, not a bad effort, my friend. Great season, and hopefully we'll see you next season.
Yeah, hopefully go back for just for fun in Contenders. I don't want to train hard like the World Championship. So yeah, and I would like to thank the team, my partner, Longueur Energy Drink, ST2M, Mecha eSport, Nuage, Kinos Pro, et Michael M, Google, Wood Google, and thank you for the broadcast, for the season, for the championship, and see you very soon.
For sure, buddy. Take care.
Yep.
Alrighty. If I'm not mistaken, we have a debut podium for Mr. Daryl Young. And I remember, my friend, and I don't mean to roast you publicly, right? But I remember I had to disqualify you from a futures race or a lights race in Barcelona because you spun and you were driving backwards on the track. And I said, oh my God, he's going to crash the entire field. And here you are. Your pace is amazing. You're on the podium, my friend. How are you? How was your race?
Oh, it feels so good to get that monkey off my back. I can't even tell you. It's been so much stress this year and trying to finish clean and just awesome. And I very vividly remember you kicking me out of that lights race. That's what happens when you crash in Barcelona on the bridge. What are you going to do?
As I guess
There's no
just
room.
you did mention, getting the monkey off your back with that first podium. It's so hard to accomplish that. How are we feeling otherwise? Like, what are we thinking of the season and as a whole? What are we thinking about next season? Like, what are the emotions going on right now?
Oh, I'm really excited. This season was awesome. I'm really excited for next season. Hopefully stick with KLR. It's been awesome this year. They helped out a lot. Kieran, Darren, all the guys back there. It's just been Garth, everybody. It's just been awesome. There's so much help, and next season is gonna be good. Hopefully, I'll get more podiums.
As I know you kind of took the last question away from me, but who would you like to thank for the podium?
You guys at ASN, all you guys at NASA, you guys do a great job. This has been just the most fun. I think it's 3 years now, 2 years, something like that. And it has just been awesome being with you guys. And thank everybody back at KLR, Kieran, um, everybody else whose name I can't remember, all of them, just everybody. It's been awesome.
All right, buddy. Great debut podium. Soak it all in, and great season. And we will see you next season.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Thanks a lot, guys.
Take care, buddy. Things are a little bit different for our winner interview. Got a little bit of a language barrier, so we're going to pull in race winner Ivan Lendoroso, translation by champion, not champion-elect, champion Octavio Rondeletto. I got some questions for you in a little bit, Octavio, but I want to ask, I guess, Ivan, talk me through the race because it was complete chaos. Floor is yours.
Iván, bueno, la carrera fue un completo caos. ¿Cómo fue para vos?
Buenas noches para todos. La verdad que fue muy entretenida. Hicimos una carrera linda. Pude hacer una buena Joker de inicio y después una linda batalla que nos permitió escaparnos con un ritmo y poder ganar la carrera.
Good evening for everybody watching. The race was nice. With the Joker in the first lap and a great Joker, he could put all the pace he had in the track, and that's his race.
I guess my next question is, and this has to bring up some pain for you, Octavio. I'm sorry, but Ivan, what's the thought process when you see your teammate crash and then all of a sudden you're in the lead?
Bueno, Iván, ¿cómo fue tu proceso mental cuando viste a tu compañero de equipo chocando en la punta?
Simplemente recé que los chicos no lo chocaran y volvieran hacia mí y solamente poder pasar.
Simply praying that the guys in front don't come back to the track and can go around.
I love it. All right. Does Ivan have anyone he would like to thank for the first victory in Contenders? 49th driver to win in 14 years in Contenders.
Bueno, Iván, ¿a quién querés darle las gracias? Sos el piloto número 49 en haber ganado en la Contender en 14 años.
Bueno, nada, agradecerle a la liga, agradecerle al equipo, al Bike 500, a Colinos, a Octavio por hacerme de traductor, felicitarlo por el campeonato y bueno, nos veremos en el próximo campeonato.
Well, thank you to the league, to Bike 500, Colino, me, and he congratulates me for the championship. And he hoped to see you guys again next year.
Oh, I mentioned multiple times tonight that You guys have been super quick, and it's going to be super fun if you guys move up, if you come back for the World Championship. So great win, Ivan. We will let him go. And then I've got some questions for you, Octavio. So I will move Ivan. And so, Mr. Rondoletto, you are the 20th driver in the history of NASA Rallycross Contenders to win the championship. And it has been a wild season, as I've mentioned. You and I have had some duels this season. Iowa, Knock Hill. Just talk me through the emotions, talk me through the feelings. Floor is yours.
Josh, it was a great season to me. I'm really happy and proud with the team, with the teamwork. We did a great job all season, and I'm amazed about the pace I had, at least in the contenders. I know in the world champion guys are really, really quick, but this is my first season in Rallycross, a complete season. The last time I ran Rallycross active was in 2017. So, well, it's a great season, a great moment. I'm having a great moment, and yes, I want to be an active driver in the World Series. I think you said the race will be Mondays as well at the night, and that will be better for me. At Saturday is pretty complicated because I travel every weekend. But yes, I want to be there.
And then anyone that you would like to thank for the championship, my friend?
Yeah, at first, Byte 500, my teammates, all the people watching. Well, our team sponsor, Colino, Formula Sim, Data Pro, Atlético Rafaela, my other team, Flaming Karma Racing and Navy Show Coffee, my family for watching every race. I really appreciate the effort they put watching and the support they give it to me. You guys, NASA Sim Racing, for all the stuff you do and the great stuff you do. And that's it. I'm excited to run the next year in the Open Series, and we will have to wait and work on the setups.
Gonna be fun to watch, my friend. So great season, and we'll see you next year.
See you there, Josh. Thank you.
A little bit of a post-race show with all of our interviews, Brian. We took a look at points and we took a look at results. You're the boss. What are we doing next?
Coming up this week on ASN, NASA Rallycross World Championships concludes on Saturday. That's Josh Mertz and myself. We're gonna stay in hell, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. NASA Rallycross Futures and Lights World Championship will finish their series off in Iowa at 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. respectively. It's going to be Alex Larson, Josh Darnell, maybe a Josh Mertz appearance. I don't know. SimCar returns in January, and we're going to have the Cross Kart series in between there. It hasn't been announced yet, but assuming the car actually releases with the track that's supposed to come, we will be having that series. I'll get some information out on that soon. Other than that, Josh, it's back to you.
NASA Rallycross Contenders on ASN has been brought to you all season by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. Learn more at osscenter.com. Thanks to Rob Hartland and Overwatch for their support of the second split of NASA Sim Racing as it concluded tonight. Also by Whiplash SimCams, bringing you every angle for every lap. Visit facebook.com/WSimCams. And thank you to Andrew Cardinale IV for camera support all season. And finally, by Alex Abetti, producer of the official NASA World theme music. If you like what you saw tonight, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network, no matter the platform at ASN TV USA. And according to Brian, we're apparently on the dark web, and we do not have 991 subscribers yet. It is 911. I'm dyslexic. We're aiming for 1,000, so smash the subscribe button. And if you'd like to race in NASA, we have something for everyone, no matter your skill level. All the info is at nasasimracing.com. Give me a final thought on the season, and we'll button it up.
Season was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed putting the easier tracks up front this season and putting the more technical ones in the back. We got to watch a lot of drivers develop and not have to tackle the hardest tracks in some of their first races. So kind of like how that format went. We might try something different in the future. Really enjoyed the inverted format that we did this season. That was a lot of fun. We got to see a lot of great racing.
It was super fun to watch, whether I was sitting on my couch on the laptop watching it on the TV and Chloe was upset with me. She's like, "Why do you always have to watch that?" I said, "We're here. We're a race fan. It's a great time." Or whether I was in the car ruffling some feathers, whether it was last week, whether it was Iowa, whether it was Daytona. I think, was I on the podium at Daytona? I digress. I don't even remember. It's been that crazy, and it's only been 8 weeks. It has been so much fun, like you had mentioned, to watch the growth and the development of these guys. We did this split 2 years ago, and there was 10 cars in this, and there were 6 cars in the World Championship. We pushed 21 cars. I think it was 21 last week. If you exclude me, we're 20 cars for a second split of NASA Rallycross. And it's just incredible, astounding, whatever adjective you want to use. And I thank the guys in the drivers meeting, and I'm going to thank you guys again, whether you're watching all the races, one of the races, whatever it may be. It has been so much fun to be a part of, as the checkered flag has fallen on the season here in Norway. On behalf of our entire production staff and producer Brian Sawyer, my name is Josh Mertz. I want to thank you for joining us for today's coverage and all seasons coverage of NASA Rallycross Contenders. We congratulate our winner Ivan Lenderoso on his first win and our champion Octavio Rondeletto. And just a reminder, don't miss the final round of the NASA Rallycross World Championship from here in Norway on Saturday. Until then, so long everyone.